Hi everybody, I just came back to have a little revisit. I said I'd do a part two. I'm actually loving this just the way it is, but what I did was I thought I would just see where else it could go. So I have mucked around on my computer, done a couple of printouts on different types of paper. So I've done it on this speckly homemade look one, and I've printed two up and then folded it to make a signature. I'm finding that the background being slightly, it's patterned, it's a off-white kind of bone colour, so it's dulled it down a little bit from this original. So I printed one up on white, and I think that it's a bit better on the white paper. So probably I might like to print up two like this, or I could just fold this into a signature. I also thought, what happens if I print out a copy of this onto canvas again? And I did that, and then I also printed a copy onto tracing paper, but then I stuck them down because I wanted to see what would happen when I did that. And I think that the tracing paper has slightly changed its size. So it's sort of either, I don't know if it's just shrunk a little bit on the canvas, or if it's expanded a bit because the ink has expanded a bit. I really thought that it looked fabulous on the tracing paper, and I have no idea why I stuck it down, but I stuck it down to, I guess, as an experiment to see how it looks. So I folded that in half to see how that might look as a signature in a book. I don't know, I'm not quite sure. I think it's probably a waste of resources, really, when I think about it. But it could be a cover, and could be, I could actually do some more collage over the top. Or it could just be a pocket and it's just reminiscent of the original. So I've got the original, and I can't tell you what else to do with it. I probably didn't need to do a part two. Other than maybe I can do the next day and carry on with what I've got, which I might do. So to me, I don't know that I'd want to use it as a cover because I think it's complete as it is. I think really this is just something that needs to be framed and kept as it is. I really like it. I like it so much that I think I might do a series of these. We're nearly at the end of the 100 days, so when we finish the 100 days, I guess that will be what happens. Okay, so I'm kind of really thinking maybe I am going to go into day 78, which is butterflies. I feel like I just need to toss that out, really. A waste of canvas. Anyway, let's work on this as a signature, adding butterflies, because as you know, I've been slowly collecting stuff for a junk journal that'll probably be botanical based. So I've even got a couple of extra pages. I printed some out from an Artie Mays pack, the birds pack, which is gorgeous. That lends itself to having a few more butterflies added in, perhaps. So I've got a few things to do, and what I've got, I might use that for something else later. Put that aside for later. I've even got a printout of these little pansies. What I've got is, I said earlier that I was going to use this free kit from Maureen Astrid, and because there were lots of butterflies in it. So this is where now we're going to go into, not gonna. Do you like my Australian accent? gonna do this, gonna do that. As usual, I've started without being prepared. There you go. What do I do? Here it is. All right, let me cut a few of these out. I'm still waiting. I did order some pinking kind of scissors for things like these edges to make it like a stamp, but they still haven't arrived. These cute little butterflies. So I hope everyone is doing well today. What's the update here? This is day 5, I think, of the next level ISO, and I haven't been for a walk today because it was a little bit cold out there and a bit overcast, but I'll get there. I just wanted to do this first. People have been sending me messages and I've been getting phone calls, and well, you know what happens. That means that time gets away. Now I've got to find my book. Actually, it might be nice to use a bit of this poetry book. I like the edges. Need my other book for gluing. Need a glue stick, that would help as well. One of the things that happened was, I don't know if you can see it, but this is a good one to stick over because I had to recalibrate my printer. It's happening quite a bit actually. I'm not that impressed that I have to do this so often, but I haven't worked in an office or anything for ages, so maybe that's actually normal. Maybe that is what happens these days. I don't know. I am out of the loop, that's for sure. Then, what are they? What else did I see that could go on? There's quite a few. Maureen's pages, they're gorgeous. These little circles are cute. Circles? Hey, well, I said the wrong word, but it gave me an idea. What happens if, you know how it is, what happens if? That is my thought. Let's see if this will get in there. Okay. Getting it as centered as possible. sometimes when you don't remember your words, the best thing you can do is actually run with it. They're now circles, they were squares before. So I've started to think about what I'm going to do when this 100 days is over. It's sometimes been a challenge, sometimes been absolutely fabulous. Haven't minded it at all. And I'll put that on the butterfly. Being as I've segued from part 2 for 5 seconds of day 77 straight into day 78. Totally unplanned. That's just the way it goes. My flatmate and I have already had breakfast and watched MasterChef together. So she had a whole day in bed yesterday, so she was not happy. It's pretty hard being back in isolation. All the things she loves sort of disappears, you know, like going to the gym and stuff, because the gym's now closed again. Where are my other pages? I know I like my black ink dot. Put a bit of Lord Tennyson. Lord Horton this time. It's Tennyson on the back. Were they just all lords because they wrote poetry? Is that what happened? Just making sure I'm putting these up a little bit higher just in case I end up putting the signatures together and then doing a trim around. Sometimes I don't know, sometimes maybe that's a good thing. Who knows? Maybe that's... Oh, what's on here? I got some new washi. I wish my brain would just stay on one subject for a minute. I wonder if there's any butterflies. Bee, owl. No. Plants. This is all plants. How cute are they? Look, they even rip like little stamps. That's nice. Little stamp washies. What else can we do? I don't think my brain's with it today. I'm really all over the place. Nope, don't want those, don't want those. Not today, Maureen. Nope. Alright, I'm just going to pile these in my little cubby hole next to me. Oh, I know. Let's make one of the envelopes. nice little butterfly envelope. So did I just start about 10 different stories and not finish any of them? Probably. I think, you know how sometimes if you've had a lot of chocolate or sugar or something, you get a bit kind of brainless? That's what it feels like. I did have a lot of chocolate and I did have a lot of sugar when Lily was here, and I overate, and I think I'm still recovering. It's a week later. I realised that it's taken me a week to recover, and that now, today I felt like I was back to normal, but every time I tried to sit down and do this, I felt like my brain was like out the window. Totally out the window. I should score that. Wherever my score is. Here it is. Found it. Stop looking. Okay. Now, I think that will be where you score it. I'm not doing it too heavy because this is, I think, let me see. It's probably 125 GSM. It's not like 90 or whatever. What a cute little envelope. Now I think that this envelope would be really cute. I could stick it down onto a signature, but I think it's one of those things where you might really like to pull it out and look at it. Oh, maybe not. Like, I was thinking because the butterfly was there, but most of the butterfly's there. However, you still want to be able to pull it out and get things out of it. So it has to go into a tuck spot, doesn't it? Get my brain together. This was like, sometimes I'm really, really highly prepared, and then other times I'm just like, I just pressed go on the camera and I have not even got myself together. Haven't even thought this through. Alright, thinking that through. That goes on there. This is going to have to go on here. Okay, that works. Cute little envelope. This cute little envelope might hold a cute little card, stamp card. See, that's going to fit width. Alright, so even though these are usable for anything, it'll fit, like it'll fit this way to slip in, and it'll fit long ways, but you won't be able to get it out necessarily. Alright, that doesn't necessarily have to be used in that way then. What did I have before that okay, this will do. Alright, so this is another it was a freebie off Artie Maze's Facebook page, and I think I'm just going to use a bit there to make a little tuck spot. So what did I start talking about? Started mentioning, I'm not sure what I'm going to do once the 100 days is over. I'm sure I'll come up with something. Maybe I'll just start all over again if I can't work it out. I know. Here's a conversation. I listened to a podcast by Rover Marie, and that was fabulous. I will link some details. How do I want this to go? And it was about, this particular podcast was about the reason that you do, what are the pros and cons of doing a 100-day project. In actual fact, it was all pros, no cons. Mainly, it was the five reasons why it's a good idea. And they were really valid, and I don't know if I'll be able to remember the 5 reasons, but some of the reasons were that it keeps you on task, which I've said all along. I've been enjoying that aspect of doing the 100 days. It connects you with people, and especially on Instagram maybe, and that's true because I would never have probably talked to Rachel, or I would never have chatted to Maureen on Instagram, joined a few Facebook groups. Which ones have I joined? I've joined Tracy Fox's Facebook group. Donna, wouldn't have met Donna, made friends with Donna, which is Junk Journal Ideas. And what else? Artie Mays' Facebook group. And, you know, just starting to meet people, chat to people, find people who have similar interests, that sort of thing. So it's been wonderful. So that was really valid. All right, let's see. This is tucked in. We want it to poke out the top. So somewhere like that. It stretches you. I've said that before. It really gives you, you know, when you do, so for instance, like I've said before, the sewing stuff, that stretched me a lot. It was really worth doing. If you do it with a friend, it's good. I wasn't, but I was following with Sarah and Rachel. New friends. And I don't know what the other points are. Can't remember. Anyway, it's a really good podcast because they're not really super long. And if you don't go for super long walks, like I don't always, you get a podcast in your entire walk, which is good, like 30 minutes or something. Not like my flatmate who goes on like 1 or 2 hour walks. It's pretty amazing. Okay, here you go. Oh, that's not sticking down yet. Let's use our stamp washi with the pretty leaves on it. Or not. There it is. At least on one side, that'll be nice. Oh, how satisfying is that when it actually rips? There we go. There's a little pocket there. Let's put a little taggy doodah on the top so we know. I was going to staple it, but I just realised that would be a stupid idea because then you wouldn't be able to open it. And even if I put a tag on, That, if a tag's up there like that, that's not going to open. All right, scratch that idea. I could have punched a hole to show that that is a pull-out thing. Oh well, maybe that will be one of those little hidden delights that stays there for a while, and then all of a sudden, whoever has this journal will discover it and be happy as Larry that they found a little secret bit. Not going to do that bit yet. Okay, what else have we got here? This paper's a bit thin. I think I'd like to do this envelope. These are nice. These will work for little tuck spots. I think I'm going to have to back that envelope. I think it's. I should have printed it out on card if I was going to use that as an envelope. Anyway, that was Robe and Marie's podcast. Very enjoyable having a listen walking around the block. And taking photos of all the flowers that I see. No good, that covers the butterfly. Alright, make this a little tuck spot. Maybe we can get a couple of... Oh, that's cute. Here we go. Look, a little tag can go in there. I'll just hand cut that. Just a cute little writing spot. I could have most certainly done a better job of cutting it. But it's got a butterfly on it. That's really cute. I'm going to put one of these in as well. No, cut it with a knife. Make it straight. Come on, Christina, you can do it. Go. That's cute. Alright, so we've only got one thing in front. We've got this little folder. We want to make this envelope, or No, we want to make this envelope the bigger one. Let's just, while we're at it, let's just put some flowers with our butterflies to keep them happy. Feeling a bit wonky today. Not sure how I'll go cutting this. Got the wibbly wobblies. Oh, that's right. I said we watched MasterChef, basically. Late breakfast, early lunch. Oh, I don't know. She never eats. She eats at night. One bowl. I had, what did I have? What did I have? I can't even remember. See, this is what my brain's doing today. Terrible. There, that's better. A bit of colour behind there. That's so cute. Let's put these together. Still think I want something on here. This is such a nice kit. Thanks, Maureen. Really nice. Lovely. So I've started the story about MasterChef at least 3 times, I think. It must be driving you mad. I'm so sorry. My brain. What's going on with my brain? And so we have got down to the last, it was the last 6, and this is the, I don't know, if you watch this in a few years, you'll wonder what season it is. These will be up on the internet forevermore. It is the season where the new judges came in. After the old ones finished. I think I need a wipe for that, because that will be sticky. And where they got all the, like, for the last 10 years, all the like runners-up or seconds or thirds have been in having a competition. And so we just got down to the last 6, and so we watched the elimination where number 6 went, and now we're down to the last 5. And what did I learn? What did I learn about cooking today? I learnt that if you get flustered, you go home sometimes. I learnt that if you overheat your butter, if you heat your butter too quickly, making a very temperamental special sauce, that the sauce will split. That's what I learned. And so now I have to go and make one of those sauces, whatever they are. Subi long, subby whatever sauce. So I don't even remember what it was or how to say it. I really am actually a good cook, you know, when I can be bothered. This is really damp. But this is going to go somewhere where I can use it as a pocket when it's dry. I shouldn't have used a wet one, but it was all glue on it. I wanted it. Oh, I know. Okay, it's going to go here. That's that's where it's going. I don't even know if it's going to stick. You know what? I'm going to sew it. I will sew that after I've stuck this bit down. Here we go. That's what's happening with that. I might not sew it because now I'd have to sew it here, and that'll be in here, and that'll only work if I think it will work later. So that's what's happening there for now. So unorganised. Oh dear. Well, you know. Now, which one am I using? I like this big large one. Or, no, doesn't really matter which one we use, but I do want to back it. Where's that now? I'll just do a, where's my scissors? Okay. Gonna do a bit of a trim so I can just see that the edges, make sure I get my paper in the right spot, my text. Yeah, that'll work. The old glue stick everywhere. Okay, have I finished with the topic of MasterChef? I think I might have. I just miss Sarah so much, which is probably really naughty because I probably just gave you a giveaway that was earlier. It wasn't just this week. I just loved her. Wish she'd come back. I reckon Sarah should come and cook for me. Make some of those yummy pork ribs. Anyway, let's finish with MasterChef. And the other topic that I started that I didn't finish. Oh dear, I just don't even remember what it was, to be honest. I don't even with myself today. I just don't even know what I'm doing. I do know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing in other ways. The other topic, what was the other topic? It was something. We've covered the COVID. Covered MasterChef. Oh yeah, and I've covered the Fast and Furious. We've finished our lot. We can't watch any more Fast and Furious until number 9 comes out. Although we probably will watch Hobbs and Shaw, which is the offshoot with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Jason, the ex-boxer Statham. I was going to say something about him, but I won't. I'll be nice. I like him. I've watched all his movies. Yeah. So now, my flatmate has suggested that the next thing we watch is it the Expendables or the something like the Expendables, not the Incredibles, it's got Sylvester Stallone and all them guys in it. It's even got Jason Statham in it. Apparently that's what we're watching. So I said, well, while I'm doing all this stuff and working, perhaps we just need to have a like dinner deadline, because you know when you live on your own and you're single, even with a flatmate and you just do your own things, you don't need to have a deadline for breakfast, lunch or dinner. As we're both single, we don't have to do anything for anybody. And so I said maybe we need to have a 6 o'clock stop for dinner deadline. That didn't work. The paper's a bit damp. Maybe I'll use the bigger side. That might help. That was so off the line. I really am all over the place today. They should just not let me man the camera on a day like today. What's going on here? Wonky, wibbly wonky day. So that's what's next. Although we could do, follow in the Vin Diesel tradition, move on to some of his other movies. Like, well, I did actually, I watched Riddick recently, so you're hearing all my geek rambles. Nerdy geek. Oh, how cute is that with the writing in the inside? I like that. That doesn't match though, does it? Doesn't meet up. Oh no, there's a flaw in the... Alright, you know what? It doesn't matter, because it can just tuck in somewhere and it can be a writing spot. That's what it can be. Which means can't do it, could do it that way, but then it's upside down. Could do it that way, like that. Yep. Or okay, I like that idea, but if I just stick this bit down, doesn't matter where it is, could be up here, because it's a pull down. And now I wish I'd have thought a bit more about putting the type up the other way, but that doesn't matter because maybe we'll stick some tea-dyed paper over it, which won't work at the moment because I've got a big tub sitting there drying. It'll take a while. Sure will take a while. I like how the flowers are still poking out. I've covered up the poem of the original Yesterday Day, but that's okay. There's a little writing spot. How nice is that? How cute. Right, so let's see what have I done? Talked a load of rubbish, that's what I've done. Alright, 1, something can go there. 2, little envelope here. 3, little fold down bit. 4, little spot to tuck something in. And some cute little writing cards. Have I got enough butterflies in to justify that this was a butterfly challenge today? 1, 2, 3, 4 hidden, 5, 6, 7, not that you can see it now, 8, 9. Oh, that's plenty. All right, I think I should just quit while I'm ahead and stop for now. And I will see you tomorrow for day. Oh, what day is it? It's like, I know, I do not even drink. Honestly, I don't drink. I haven't been drinking. I don't even know what's going on today. Maybe I'll need a nap. Okay. There we go. Day 77 into 78 segued and butterflies, and I'll see you for day 79 tomorrow. Bye.